Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening. I'm rising today to urge a no on this bill. I'm a no for multiple reasons, Madam Speaker. First and foremost, I believe this bill presents false hope. I say that because even though it says it's going to stabilize the rent, I think underlying this bill will have the exact opposite effect. And why is that? Well, one, the condition of a flat rentage percentage may seem, okay, that's how we're going to stabilize rent on paper. But when you look at all the compounding effects of what the underlying bill does, it will have the opposite impact. It tips the scale to one side and sets up disincentives for renters and people who are looking for rental housing, Look at some of the examples of what has happened across our country, where rental caps and stabilization control, if you will, have been in place. Portland, for example, saw 6,400 units leave the rental housing market after their rent control was enacted, thus driving up rents and driving down availability. Echo Northwest has shown in their studies that as much as a $4 billion reduction in potential investments in new housing over the course of 10 years in our state with policies like this. What does that mean for our renters? Less access, less units, more expensive rents. What does that mean for our state? Less economic revenue and growth and prosperity for all, whether it's $185 million in additional property tax revenue. This bill could impact up to $390 million in potential sales tax revenue. If we want to stabilize rents, Madam Speaker, we need to build more housing. Unfortunately, this bill will have the exact opposite impact of that, thus leading to more rent increases, fewer availability, and more of the problem that this underlying bill is trying to address. If this were an easy fix and scenario, I would be all for it. But unfortunately, when you look in the details of what this bill will do, I believe it will have the opposite impact. We've seen around the country that the impact that we thought these bills would have did not materialize. I'm voting no because I don't want to give people false hope. I want to fix Washington's housing crisis, and I want bills that will do that, and unfortunately, this bill will not address that. Please join me in voting no.